Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, thank you and welcome. I'm a Nigerian who lives here in South Africa with my family. In my last video, somebody said I should stop referring to myself as a Nigerian migrant. I'm a migrant. I'm a migrant, meaning I left my home country Nigeria to come and live here in South Africa with my family. So I'm a migrant. Anyways, I think that came from a good place anyway. So yes, I live here in South Africa with my family and I make various videos that has to do with South Africa, Nigeria. I tell you about my life as a Nigerian living in South Africa, a sneak peek of here and there. You will definitely like what you see in this channel, so please do well to hit on the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed to this channel. And when you do subscribe, click on the bell icon that says all. That way you'll be notified whenever I post any video. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. And so, like you all know, I always talk about things that has to do with Nigeria, South Africa. Mostly on this channel, I also show you about my life. So guys, in today's video, I want to talk about South African medical system versus Nigerian medical system that our Nigerian greedy politicians has messed up. Yes, I've made a similar video that comprehensively talked about how the system works in South Africa and how it works in Nigeria. So if you're interested in that video, I'll definitely link it on the description box so that you can go and watch that video. I don't want to repeat what I already said. I told you extensively about what I know when it comes to South African medical system and what I know when it comes to Nigerian medical system. So yeah, something prompted this video. When it comes to the medical system, South African medical system and South African hospitals and the standard of South African medical system can be compared with, most of the Western world like Europe, America, and all the, the West. And when it comes to Nigerian medical system, Nigerian medical system is nothing to write home about. Okay, like I always tell you in this video, some of those things deteriorated with time, over time. Before, Nigerian medical system used to not be the best, but it's not as bad as it is right now. Okay, but what has kept Nigerian medical system in the situation where it is right now? The same greedy politicians in Nigeria. Okay, who are politicians? People that are meant to serve the masses, people that are meant to bring development to the country, people that are meant to work to see that their various constituency or their various districts, when it comes to like senators, maybe their various senatorial district or governors, their various states, work. That is actually the essence of having politicians and having designated people to be in charge of all the districts and all the areas. Okay, that's the essence of politicians. So these politicians are meant to serve the masses, yes. But something happened recently, something that Nigerians have a lot of mixed feeling when it comes to this particular situation. There's this senator in Nigeria that is called Senator Ekweremadu. I don't know if you're following the news, you should have heard it, but if you're not following the news, let me just give you the story in a nutshell. So this senator has been a senator for 20 good years in Nigeria, and before the unfortunate or fortunate event, I don't know what to call it, happened, he was the deputy senate. This ekweremadu is a senator and he has served for over 20 years as a senator, in Nigeria, in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So what happened to this senator? I think his daughter had kidney problem. They had to fly her abroad, or I think she already lives abroad. She lives in the UK. And where did he fall into problems? He wanted a kidney for his daughter and he was going about it the wrong way. I think that he wanted to buy a kidney or pay an underprivileged young man to donate a kidney for his daughter. Yes, how United Kingdom is. He was caught in the act and he was persecuted, and he's going to be sentenced on the 5th of May 2023. This happened sometime last year. Okay, so I don't know if you're not if you don't know this news, you can just go and Google it. You'll find all the news. So why am I bringing this particular issue up? This man has been a senator for over 20 years, meaning that he is one of the powers that be when it comes to Nigerian politics. He has served for over 20 years repeatedly as a senator, and he's even the deputy senate president. So he's like the number 4th person in Nigeria, because you see the president, then you see the vice president, you see the senate president, you see the deputy senate president. So this man, Senator Ekweremadu, is the number 4 citizen in Nigeria presently, before the unfortunate event. So why am I driving at exactly? The way they have messed up Nigerian medical system, he didn't find any hospital in Nigeria worthy enough for his daughter to go and have her kidney transplant. So he had to opt to go to the UK to, to get the best treatments. And he wanted to do something illegal, and he was caught in the act. Okay. So I'm bringing it up because I'm trying to compare Nigerian hospitals versus South African hospitals. I've talked about the way South African hospitals run. When you come to South African hospital, there's no equipment you see abroad that you won't see in a South African hospital. If this was a South African senator or a South African politician, I bet you that he will not go to seek for medical attention outside South Africa. Why? Because they have not messed up the medical system the way Nigerian has messed up its medical system. Like, South Africans here might not understand, because when you don't know how things are, you think that what you have is the normal thing, how things are. Guys, if you're South African here, you see the way your hospital runs, from the clinic to level 1 hospital, to level 2 hospital, to level 3 hospital, which is usually the academic hospitals. Yeah, we have that kind of system, but those systems do not run. In South Africa here, there are some hospitals that they have renal units. There are some hospitals that is just for a urology hospital, some children hospital, some heart hospital. You know how abroad is? That's the way South Africa hospital is. But that is not the way Nigerian hospitals are, because these greedy politicians have run our hospitals and our medical systems. You see most medical doctors that train in Nigeria. Yes, quite all right. They train well and they train them really well. But they choose not to practice in Nigeria because most of them feel like they don't even have enough equipment to practice. If you go to the tertiary hospital, yes, that's where you can see this equipment, where they train, they train in those kind of hospitals, but which is the tertiary hospital. But after their training, they should be working in regular hospitals, right? But there are no equipment. I know we should have renal units, renal hospitals in Nigeria, but I bet you that is nothing, compared to what you see outside Nigeria. It's nothing compared to what you see here in South Africa. In South Africa here, oh my God. Even the other day I went to give birth in a private hospital here in South Africa. Everything was top notch. Like, when I say top notch, to the T. Intensive care units is top notch. Everything is top notch. So in South Africa, there's normal ward here. From normal ward, you see high care. High care is obviously higher than normal ward. You see all those machines that be boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Then from high care, you see intensive care. I don't even know how Nigerian intensive care units will be. Crazy. So this senator was running away. He knows that the likes of him has run Nigerian medical system down. He doesn't have confidence in the system. He doesn't trust the system to be able to do a kidney transplant on his daughter. Yes, that's how bad he knows they have run the likes of him and himself. Because if he, as a deputy senate president, passed a bill to set up renal unit in Nigeria, he wouldn't have taken his daughter to run to the UK, but he didn't do it. I even heard that he sat on a bill that was meant to bring up a renal hospital in his state. One of the teaching hospitals wanted to set up a renal unit in his state, and he was the one that probably, I think he embezzles the fund or something in that nature. Himself, yes, he did it. Ekweremadu. Now, when they say nemesis, they say nemesis can catch up with anybody. I'm not happy. I really feel sad for his daughter, poor girl. I pray she gets well. I don't feel bad that he's being convicted of modern day slavery and organ harvesting. I think illegal organ trafficking. Yes, he has charges of modern day slavery and illegal organ trafficking against him, because the UK felt that, of course, the boy that was meant to donate the kidney to his daughter, money was supposed to exchange hands, and it's illegal for you to buy a kidney. It's illegal for you to buy any organ. Yes, you can donate an organ to anybody of your choice, but it has to be willingly. You shouldn't say, okay, please give me your organ, I can pay you, you know, that kind of arrangements. And I'm happy that he's like kind of a scapegoat for these greedy Nigerian politicians that always run to the UK, to America, to even South Africa. Some of them come here to receive medical treatment because they don't want to make the medical system standard in Nigeria so that they'll be able to enjoy, because they know that there's still enough money that will enable them to run out of the country. Some of them go to India, they go to South Africa, they go to UK, US, Germany, anywhere. Even our president was always going to the UK while he was president. Our former president Muhammadu Buhari, was always going to the UK to receive treatment, because they know that the standard of medical system in Nigeria is nothing to write home about, and they are not doing anything about it. These politicians are very mean, honestly. They are very mean, and I can't compare them with South African politicians. South African politicians still have some conscience. The medical system in South Africa still works. If this was a South African, I know all the Nelson Mandela, a great man of South Africa, while he was sick and when he was old and he was about to die, all his medical treatment, he received it from here. No, you would have never heard that Nelson Mandela was flown out of South Africa to go and receive treatment. If Nelson Mandela was in Nigeria, I bet you he would have passed on outside Nigeria, because he will always be flown out of Nigeria. But Nelson Mandela, even all the dignitaries, the politicians, and well-known people in South Africa, they receive all their treatments. They know that the hospitals are standard. They don't go out to receive treatments. You can never hear that now a South African politician went to US to receive treatment. Anything that can be offered in the US when it comes to medical system is here in South Africa. I can categorically tell you that anything you see, any machinery, any equipment is here. All the robotic surgeries you can think of that happens in first world, all the robotic surgeries, all the laparoscopic surgeries, all the name it, if you're a medical expert here, you can tell me, all of them are present here. Even in Rustenburg here, every town has good hospitals that cater for the needs of the people. That's why I tell you that South African medical system is top notch, and Nigerian medical system has been run down by greedy politicians, and I'm glad that the law is taking its course on the Deputy Senate President of Nigeria, Senator Ekweremadu, and I pray that Nemesis catches up with all the Nigerian politicians till they begin to have a rethink and a change of heart, and begin to work for the good of the people that they are meant to serve. I guess this kind of videos, I just have all these things to talk about, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, share this video, please share, comment, tell me what you think. Have you heard of ekweremadu? Do you think he deserves to be punished? Do you think he deserves what he's getting in UK presently? Tell me what your thoughts are, and I'll see you in my next one. Thumbs up on this video. Bye.